This is Eileen Fee from Transform Your Body Fitness. I'm a physical therapist and a fitness coach. Now what I have for you today is your pro tip in order to help you to stretch out your hamstrings. That's the muscle, you have the front of your leg is the quad, behind your leg is the hamstring. So we're trying to help you to improve your hamstring flexibility because that impacts actually your low back health as well. So again, this is about bridging the gap between physical therapy and home fitness, and these are things you can do at home. I'm going to suggest, if you have one of these resistance tubes, you can also grab a doggy leash, but for the way I'm going to show you, a resistance tube is probably best. So if you have one, go get one. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm laying down on the ground. You take the tube, I'm going to put it around my foot in what's called the church wrap. So you start at the top and in front of your foot, you're going to go around on each side so that it looks like that. Then you're going to lay down, and let's just say you could only get your leg, say, to here. When you go to, when you're doing, somebody says, how far can you raise your leg up? So say you could only get it to about here. That's your starting point. So what you're going to do, because you have the handles of the resistance band in your hand, you're actually, even though you're trying to lift your leg up, I'm going to have you push down. So you push down and hold that for like 5 to 8 seconds. Then you kind of let the resistance up off the band and let your leg float up. So say if it floats up to about there, you're going to repeat that process. Push down. You're tightening your hamstring, you're pushing down with your foot, holding it 5 to 8 seconds, letting it float up. Repeat that process. Push down, tighten everything up, let it float up. Repeat the process. Let it float up. Push down. Holding it 5 to 8 seconds. Let it float up. Repeat that process. Push down. If you can, hopefully it's going up pretty high at this point. Everybody's an individual. Maybe the max that you'll get is about maybe here or so, but technically speaking, this particular method is called rhythmic stabilization. And what you're doing, again, this is the pro tip. This is what we do in physical therapy. We would use our hands to apply the manual resistance, whereas I'm having you do this with the resistive band. And what you're doing is you're activating the opposite set of muscles. That's why you're pushing down before you go up. You're activating those, and then in turn, they're assisting you in the movement to increase your flexibility. So again, this is a pro tip. This is about bridging the gap between physical therapy and home fitness. And the reason why it's so important, if you have, I would say, unless you're a dancer or a gymnast or something along those lines, then typically the majority of us all have tight hamstrings. And tight hamstrings pull on the low back. It's a common thing to cause back problems. So when you're at home doing home fitness, it's very, very important to include hamstring flexibility. So it's, even if you don't care if you touch your toes, but the fact is that you need to have your hamstring as flexible as possible, especially if you already have back pain. It actually will help relieve some of your back pain. So again, this is the pro tip, and take me up on my tip. It's about staying as healthy as you can for as long as you can. Guys, there's more tips to come. Take me up on my tip, and have a great day.